Welcome to Writing Concisely, presented by the Regent University Writing Lab, with principles drawn from Style, Lessons in Clarity and Grace by Joseph M. Williams and Joseph Bizup. Hans Hofmann stated that the key to writing concisely is the ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so that the necessary words may speak. So how do you let the necessary words speak? Joseph M. Williams proposes the following 7 principles for concise writing in his book, Style, Lessons in Clarity and Grace. Principle 1. Delete words that mean little or nothing. Examples include kind of, actually, really, virtually, basically, practically, and individual. For example, basically, most students really like coffee shops. They're actually one of the preferred places to study. When we remove the meaningless words, the sentence becomes, most students love coffee shops. They are one of the preferred places to study. Now the main idea of your sentence is clearer and easier to understand. Principle 2. Delete words that repeat the meaning of other words, such as the phrases true and accurate, full and complete, hopes and desires, and each and every. Simply choose one from each pair to keep. Williams explains that early English speakers matched foreign words with English words to appear more sophisticated. However, in today's times, both words contain similar value and meaning, so you'll only need one from each pair. Principle 3. Delete words implied by other words. Pro tip. Modifiers, which are adjectives or nouns that alter the primary noun, the subject, can either enhance your sentence or add unnecessary words. Often, these modifiers mirror the primary noun and add no new meaning to the sentence. For example, terrible tragedy becomes tragedy because all tragedies are inherently terrible, and basic fundamentals becomes fundamentals because all fundamentals are basic. Principle 4. Replace a phrase with a word. As you edit, Williams encourages you to actively seek places in your writing to condense. If a couple words will convey the same meaning, use those words instead. For example, instead of carefully read and correct what has been written, you could use proofread. Or instead of the thing to do before anything else, you could use first. Principle 5. Change negatives to affirmatives. In general, if you phrase a sentence positively, you use fewer words. Also, negative phrases may confuse your readers or take them longer to comprehend. For example, the sentence, except when you have failed to submit applications without documentation, benefits will not be denied, is a lot more wordy and confusing than the positive sentence, to receive benefits, submit your documentation. Principle 6. Delete useless adjectives and adverbs. Writers frequently add these into their sentences, even though they don't impact the sentence's overall meaning. Williams suggests deleting all the adjectives and adverbs in a sentence and adding back in only the impactful ones. Instead of using absolute and irreconcilable principles, only use principles. And instead of using polar opposites, only use opposites. Principle 7. Use the Goldilocks amount of hedges and intensifiers. A hedge is a word that increases a statement's uncertainty. These include words like usually, perhaps, apparently, somewhat, most, might, suggest, and indicate. In contrast, an intensifier is a word that increases a statement's certainty. For example, it is obvious that, undoubtedly, inevitably, and essential. Hedges and intensifiers can help writers convey the proper, confident tone. However, if writers use too many, their writing will not connect with their audience. It will either be too uncertain or too arrogant. This balance is one of the ultimate aims of concision. Perfection is not when there is no more to add, but no more to take away. As you write concisely, remember to keep your writing voice. While you aim to let the necessary words speak, keep in mind that different writers do possess varying writing voices. Remember to maintain your distinct writing style, whether you favor minimal sentences like Hemingway or flowery sentences like Tolkien. For additional resources or further explanation, visit the Writing Lab. We offer scheduled appointments, virtual walk-in sessions, and writing resources at www.regent.edu/writing. Thank you for watching and making the most of your Regent experience.